So I've dated a couple guys in their 20s before.
This is a message for men.
I am 42 years old. I am single. I'm a mother.
But the older guys I've dated, they're a little bit more humble.
A good day, everyone. Continue to be Jenny with the program. Learn modern women. Today is part 41. We find out the reason why men are walking away from dating. Start now with Girls of Today.
I once went on a date with this guy who constantly kept looking behind me. I didn't know what he was looking at, nor did I ever turn around to check to see what he was looking at. And then, so I'm sitting like this, and he's sitting right here, like facing me. And then two girls come from this way, and one of them leaves a napkin with her phone number in front of him, just drops it. Doesn't even look at him, doesn't look at me, just drops it and keeps walking. She walks out. And I automatically knew it was her phone number. So then I look at him and I'm like, what's that? And he just stares at me, does not break eye contact. And he goes, what's what? Doesn't even look at the napkin, hasn't looked at the napkin. And I'm like, that. And I look at the napkin and he's like, this? And I'm like, yeah, that. What is that? He's like, I don't know, here, you have it.
And lo and behold, it was her number. And now I'm jealous because that never happened to me. It seems it happens to all of the TikTokers, but in real life, not that much, or at least not too often. My guess that didn't work out between the two of them. Because of that reason,
I offered to give my boyfriend head tonight and got denied. We went out for dinner, had a few drinks. On the drive back, I was like, yo? And he was like, nah, I gotta do this headset. It's also 9 p.m. and he's got work tomorrow. And I'm also only sharing this because I know, I presume it will get views. Plus, I think it's kind of funny.
yeah, she's sharing this because she's hoping a lot of men will see her video and then go to her wife account, acting all nice and shining armor with the usual. If I were your boyfriend, I will let you give me head anytime, and then they'll throw $5 more at her, and everything is all peachy.
This is a message for men. If a woman gives you any type of fashion or beauty advice, take it. She's always right. She wants you to shave your beard. Guess what? You're going to look 5,000 times better. If she tells you to get rid of those heinous skinny jeans and put on some baggy jeans, do it. You will probably look delicious. If she tells you to get a new haircut, cut the hair. I have never seen a video on the internet of a guy explaining that a girl has told him to do something different with the way he looks, and he ended up looking worse. I'll wait. Find a video. Find a video of the girl making him look worse. It's never happened. Listen to your girl.
Yeah, sure. I mean, absolutely not. I don't do videos, what I mean, outside of this. I do real life, and I haven't seen a single man going by what his girl told him and didn't feel miserable and look better either. And sure, I will give you the skinny jeans every day of the week, cause I have no idea how men got convinced to leave the house wearing tights with pockets sewn and that they look good doing it. But everything other than that, absolutely not. If I had a beard when the two of us met, you have absolutely zero rights to ask me to shave. Some women are not into men with beard. Perfectly acceptable. You like what you like. But if that's you don't date a man with a beard.
Okay, strictly hypothetical situation. Wrong answers only. I'm not looking for anyone to drop any words of wisdom in my comment section because I don't want any wisdom right now. What would one do, hypothetically, if one's ex-lover were to come back into one's life, and one's ex-lover, when we dated and after a few weeks, absolutely ripped one's heart out, blindsided the shit out of one, and said he didn't want anything serious. And one was very wise and was like, okay, then it's done. Gotta move on. And one was still very sad about him for a very long time. And then one's ex-lover were to come back a few months later, and one was like, okay, maybe it's 'cause he likes me. And that's a bad decision, but that's a bad decision for future me to worry about and be sad about. And then that didn't work, and then he came back again.
Well, going back to the original question, What would one do if one's lover came back? You give him the best night of his life. 'Cause it's not like he's gonna disappear again. No, this time I'm sure it's gonna be different.
I think maybe fifth time's a charm, right?
All right. 5th time's the charm. I'm sure it is, and I'm the problem.
I've had so many guys say in the beginning, you know, on dating apps, whatever it is, oh, I'm a traditional man, you know, oh my gosh, like, how can I, like, talk to you? Can I get your number? You know, when can I see you again? Literally, I give it 2 dates. I'm like, by the second date, he's gonna ghost. By the second date, he's gonna show me his true color. And literally by the second date, because once he feels like he's already got me, the effort goes away. Literally, the effort goes away. So many guys will be like, you know, just give me a chance, give me a chance. And then once you give them a chance, once you give them a little bit of a chance, they prove to you every single time why you were dumb. And they will friend zone you, they will ghost you, they'll say, actually, I don't want anything serious. Once the fantasy of pulling you wears off, that's it.
Not really sure if she said 2 days or 2 dates. I think she said 2 days, but it doesn't even matter. We'll say 2 dates for the sake of the argument. Every single man ghosted you after the second date. That can only mean they were not traditional men, as they were telling you, because again, every single man you ever dealt with ghosted you after the second date, and it can never mean they finally got to know your charming personality, and they were just not up to the task. There's also absolutely no chance you took them as traditional men, and you wanted to be provided for, and they said, absolutely not, it's only been 2 dates.
Why is it that the younger guys talk the talk, but it's the older men that walk the walk? So I've dated a couple guys in their 20s before, and they all just go on and on and on, as if like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. And when it comes time to put their money where their mouth is, it's always the same thing. They're laying around flopping like a fish out of water for a whole 3 minutes. And then they have the audacity to get up like they've done something and then go play Fortnite. But them older men, they're a little bit more humble. They'll say things like, oh, I ain't as good as I used to be, and then go and knock your socks off.
Yeah, getting older is great, and not to brag or anything, but the last time I've done it, I almost dislocated the hip, and I wasn't even on top. I was just laying there. Not enough about my 30 seconds of happiness followed by the 30 days of pain. Funny you've mentioned money. Younger men talk the talk. Well, I mean, fresh out of college, going into your first job, money's not gonna be there. How much were you charging for the 3 minutes anyway? And everyone knows older is usually where the money is. But can you give the young guys a discount or something?
Why is it that it's always the younger guys who talk the talk, but it's the older men who walk the walk? I've dated a few guys in their 20s, and they all just go on and on about how they're the best thing since sliced bread. When it comes time to put their money where their mouth is, they just lay there flopping like a fish out of water for all of 3 minutes. And then they have the nerve to get up like they just done something, and they just go play Fortnite. But the older guys I've dated, they're a little bit more humble, and they say things like, well, I ain't what I used to be, and then they proceed to knock my socks off. I guess it's like my granny always said, the younger calf may make a good burger every now and then, but it's the older bull that's gonna keep your freezer full.
Yeah, the older bull don't play Fortnite? I almost feel sorry for all these wave girls. If TikTok gets banned, why? Will they end up sharing the wisdom and post about their life stories?
I just find it so funny because the people or the men that are so annoyed about older women with younger men are the older men. I see it time and time again, and just even today I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, a friend of a friend, and she divorced her husband.
And then she started dating younger men, and nobody cared. Oh no. All the young men are dating all the older women. Whatever am I going to do now? I guess I'm gonna date younger women. Yeah, I can see how that would upset me if I was you.
Where do men get their audacity, please? Where do you get your audacity from? I don't understand.
Yeah, there's a lot of this in her video, so brace yourself.
But I it's 9:20, and this guy, he's just randomly popped up to me. I don't know this man. Never spoke to this man in my life. Just randomly popped up to me on Instagram and was like, "You busy tonight?" Excuse me? I don't know you! Who are you? What do you mean am I busy tonight? It's 9:30 essentially. Yes, I am busy. I've got my book. I've got my cup of tea. It's 9:30 on a Tuesday night. What do you want? And then to top it all off, he turns around and goes, "Do you not fancy a movie night or chill? Like I can just come round and we can chill." I don't know you. Oh my.
Where do men get their audacity to do something like that? Maybe from all the Instagram models who are saying yes when they get invited over. Sure, it can be annoying to have a lot of messages on Instagram, even though that's why you're posting, and also having no one around to teach you that you can just ignore annoying messages. Otherwise, you may be 9:30 in the evening. The biggest problem from your entire video is 9:30 late or something. Or do you turn into a pumpkin if it's midnight?
I am 42 years old. I am single. I'm a mother. And I usually have to start my videos like that because people don't watch them if I don't. So I get a lot of people writing on my videos being like, "Why are you single? What's wrong with you?" Or this is what women do that are crazy and just, make excuses for themselves. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that write some wild stuff on my videos. And I am a pretty self-aware human. So I know the reason. And to set the record straight, not that I personally really care what people think, but I think other people are probably quite similar to me. I don't have the best judgment of character. I just don't. I think it might be getting better. But sometimes I don't even know if it's not having good judgment. I truly do see the best in people. And I think that tends to kind of shadow out some red flags. And then I end up having a lot of allowances. I fall in love very fast as well. So that also shadows out some red flags and kind of increases those allowances again. And then eventually, over a pretty short amount of time, I do see those true colors and the lack of compatibility. And then I don't believe that we should stay in relationships just to stay in them.
Still doesn't really explain why you're still single. Unless you're trying to say that every man you ever dated was bad, in which case, come on now. And at 42, claiming you're acting like a 15-year-old girl, finding her first love every time. Sorry, but it's not that much of an excuse.